Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Mazda CX-30 Turbo. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Orem Mazda here in Orem, Utah for giving me some time with the CX-30. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder that goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 227 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see it's flat there in the center and then kind of falls off on either side. Pretty simplistic design, but it looks good. And then we have the CX-30 signature headlights that look pretty similar to what you have on the Mazda 3. And then notice how you've got the smiley face chrome trim is what I like to call it. The rest of the grille is blacked out, which looks very nice. And then you can see the darker trim here at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the CX-30. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 215, 55, 18 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels completely blacked out. And then notice the blacked out theme continues with the fender flares and then the trim along the side. And then we do actually have some more chrome trim there on the window. And then here is the full side view with the CX-30. You can see it kind of has cross-trek looks, and that's kind of what the CX-30 is going after. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our Mazda logo there. We have our lock and unlock function opening for the hatch as well. Pretty simple. And then popping inside, we've got tons of cargo space here in the back of the CX-30. And if we pull this little strap right here, you can see the spare tire underneath as well. But something to mention is this is a more compact crossover. So it is spacious for what it is, but it's not like crazy big. Anyways, when you're done, just press that and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillight design, really cool look there. You can see the turbo badge down below and the rest of the badges. And then we've got the two exhaust tips here at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the CX-30. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch down below, and I like the stitching that goes across with this particular one. It looks cool. And then I love the look of the handle as well. And then here are the seats. You can see perforated all down the center portion. Now again, this is a more compact vehicle, so I mean, I do fit back here, but it's not like insanely spacious. And then we do have some vents down below. We of course have the cup holder armrest, the most important thing ever. And I just noticed that's brown. That actually looks really cool with the contrast because it's brown. Anyways, headroom. I mean, not touching the top, but getting close. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see soft touch here, and then also down below, we've got all of our window controls, mirror adjustments as well, and then speaker for the Bose sound system, and then we do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. You can see perforated all down the center portion. We do have our power adjustments here on the side, and then we got our memory seat function here, the opening for the hatch. It actually has hill climb assist, which is pretty cool. You can see the little car climbing up, and then some of the stuff for the safety tech. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. We do have paddle shifters there in the back for the 6-speed automatic. We also have adaptive cruise control. We've got our volume controls for the center stack as well in terms of the information, and then regular stocks on the back. Now taking a look at the gauge cluster, you can see that it's got the 3-gauge layout that Mazda is kind of famous for. We can scroll through different bits of info there with the center gauge cluster, and then we do have a sport mode that we can pop into as well. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines, and resolution's pretty good. And then as for the infotainment system itself, well, here's kind of a better viewpoint on it. It is not a touchscreen. It's controlled via a dial, as you can see. And it's really easy to use once you get used to it. It just takes a second to go from being used to using, I guess, a touchscreen to using this whole dial setup. We've got really nice soft touch trim here on the dash and down below, so it definitely has more premium, or a more premium feel. Dual zone climate controls. We also have heated seats and a heated steering wheel. And I like this trim that goes across with the vents. I think that looks pretty premium. And then good storage space in the glove box. And then down below you can see wireless phone charging pad if the camera will focus on it. Focus! There you go. Cup holders right here. We also have our shifter for that 6-speed automatic. We got our drive mode select here. Parking brake with our auto hold, and then this is the control for the infotainment system. And then we do have a center console here, decent storage space, USB inside as well. And then we've got a regular sunroof up top. Take a look at the window sticker, 2024 Mazda CX-30. We've got all of the standard equipment here. And this one is a premium package for those of you that are wondering. Total MSRP after all options, $37,185. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility. Before we set off, here's visibility over the hood, and hope you can see the heads-up display. Both the mirrors, just do a blind spot wandering with the rest of the rear. And well, we will reverse that, but CX-30 Turbo away. And well, as I like to say, I have some open onions about this vehicle. Get it? Because opinions, open onions. Okay, anyways. And I'll be sharing those in this review today. But first off, I just noticed there's some padding down here too. That's nice on your leg if you're a taller person. It's got the brown coloration. I do love the brown on this. I don't know what it is, but again, maybe it's because I'm getting older. I like the darker browns because it just has a more mature luxury feel to the interior when you've got a darker brown coloration. But moving along, good torque obviously with this turbocharged engine. It's comfortable too, so I think that's a plus. Yeah, I just like how it goes along. It's very smooth, it's quiet. Definitely has kind of more of and what Mazda's going for, more of a luxury feel. I just realized it's in kilometers per hour. I'm like, I am not going that fast. It's in kilometers per hour. That's funny. Good torque right off the bat. Good torque right off the bat. Let's pop it into the sport mode. That's funny. So the speed warning is in miles per hour, but that's in kilometers, so it doesn't actually know if that's funny. Okay, anyways, let's see what this moves like. Woo! All about torque. All about torque. Wow, that is impressive. It's got good power. It's got good power. I love this engine. And if you notice, it's a short shift because, again, it's like I said, it's all about the torque. So, something's up here with the CX-30 Turbo. My controversial opinion is Mazda has created their own competition for this vehicle, and it is called the Mazda CX-5 with the carbon turbo package. And I don't know if they have any left here because I'm sure that package is something that sells pretty quick. Yep, they got one right there. So we're gonna take a little detour and go stare at this Mazda for a second. This other Mazda. Okay, so this white Mazda here, yeah, it's got the black painted fender flares. That is a carbon turbo. So that is a CX-5, or at least it looks like a carbon. Yeah, it's a carbon turbo. CX-5 with the cool carbon turbo looks with the blacked out fender flares and everything. Really nice interior. And that thing's like $38,000, $39,000. So a couple $1,000s more expensive than this. You're getting a bigger car, same powertrain. And what I would say is a more like this interior is very nice, but I like the CX-5 interior a little bit more. So that's my only beef with the CX-30 is Mazda has so much price crossing over that when you get a CX-30 Turbo like this, it's so close in price to a CX-5 that you might as well go for the again for an extra couple $1,000. I mean, let me know if you wouldn't make that choice, but I personally, I would rather have the carbon turbo than the CX-30. I'd rather have a slightly larger vehicle. Let me know what you guys think about the CX-30 Turbo, and let me know if you agree with my take on the CX-30 versus the CX-5. Tight fit! Ah!